Another big story we're following tonight, a fatal shooting early this morning in downtown Buffalo around 4:30 a.m. Homicide detectives were called to the parking lot area of a club that had been closed hours before. A man in his 20s was shot and died later at ECMC. Now neighbors are worried about their safety. For the very latest, we turn to News 4's Rachel Kingston, who's live outside Buffalo Police Headquarters tonight. Rachel?
Lou, one of those neighbors was telling me just a couple of hours ago that he was just on the phone with City Hall last week asking, what, does somebody have to get killed out here before we get some attention? Crime and violence, those neighbors say, have plagued that area since long before last night. Sunday's overnight fatal shooting in this parking lot is the last straw for frustrated neighbors.
I've lived here for 7 years, and it's gotten progressively worse.
They say that every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night, drunken revelers and criminals converge on Johnson Park and wreak havoc. Non-working streetlights and this abandoned building further invite the criminal element into the area.
I have a 100-pound guard dog. My neighbors have security systems. They stand on their porches between 3 and 6 in the morning.
People who are able to are up all night watching and calling the police when there's an incident that looks like it's going to turn into something.
Some of these neighbors have resorted to policing their own community because their repeated calls to the city's 311 hotline asking for help have gone unanswered.
On that pole right there, I'm asking for a crime camera. I'm asking for increased police patrols.
With the police presence concentrated on Chippewa Street, it makes the surrounding area extremely dangerous.
I understand their frustration. Come on, I gotta understand. I mean, especially when you invested in your community, invested in your house, you don't want to have to get up in the middle of the night to patrol your neighborhood. Wrong, wrong, wrong. City
Councilman Darius Pridgeon's district is one of 2 that overlap this neighborhood. He says he's all for the city looking at ways to improve the quality of life for these residents, but that area businesses also need to do their part.
The gentleman is laying in a funeral home because knuckleheads think they can come into the city of Buffalo and do whatever the hell they want to do.
Now, I also spoke with police and mayoral spokesman Mike DeGeorge this afternoon, and he told me the police commissioner himself has been in touch with some residents of Johnson Park, that the police department is looking at installing more cameras, and that location, Johnson Park in Elmwood, is one of the locations that's being considered. Reporting live outside Buffalo Police Headquarters, Rachel Kingston, News 4 at 6.